Hey guys, what's going on? It's Jocelyn and I have a confession to make. I have trust issues with the internet. I know, the internet is a database and a way to communicate with people. How can you have trust issues? Well, let me tell you why. So you guys might be familiar with the story that was being passed around about a boy that was eaten alive by a man in Texas. This alleged murder took place in a haunted house. According to the article, everyone thought it was a part of the display. It wasn't too far-fetched that people didn't notice it or realize it. This story was being passed around through media outlets such as Facebook, Twitter, and it came from the source called now8news.com. It came out later that it was a totally fake story. Apparently people just believed it. I believed it, I'm not gonna lie to you. And that was the final straw. So in response, I took it upon myself to see what I can do and to not be so gullible as to fall for a news story about someone being eaten alive in a bathtub in front of other people. These are 6 things to look for to determine if a source is credible or just trying to trick you. The first thing to look at is the author. If an author is willing to stand by their work and support it with their name and sometimes their contact information, that is a good sign that a source is credible. The second thing to look for is the date. Especially this day and age with everything changing, constantly evolving technology, information becomes irrelevant after a period of time. So make sure you look at the date. Something in 2007 might not be true in 2015. The third thing to look for are cited sources. If a piece cites information from contrasting viewpoints, it is likely to be a more reliable piece. Number 4, look at the domain name. .com, .org, and .net are sites that you need to be very, very careful with. Those 3 domains can be purchased by anyone, and they can put whatever they want on it. So be careful, especially with .org. Because .org is typically purchased by nonprofit organizations. And these organizations skew information in their favor to persuade you to join their cause. Now, .edu and .gov are 2 of the more reliable sources. .edu is reserved exclusively for colleges and universities. .gov is reserved exclusively for government, so all of the information on .gov is from the government. So what makes .edu and .gov more credible is relating back to number 1, the author. Since they're backing the information as true, it is more likely true. Number 5, look at site design. The design of the site is kind of superficial, but it is very important. A well-designed site makes information easier to access. The more quickly you can access information is a good sign that the information is true. Number 6, look at the writing style. If the piece is littered with spelling and grammatical errors, it is less likely to be true. A well-written piece suggests knowledge and research of the topic. It also suggests that the piece was looked over and fact-checked before it was published. This is a little piece of information I'm giving to you from myself. Careful what you put on the internet, not just because employers are looking at it or your grandparents or your friends on Facebook, but because you might be someone's source of news. Double check that piece, double check that news article, make sure it is credible before you share it to your Facebook friends. Because if you do not check, then you are just adding fuel to the terrible internet confusion that is plaguing our society right now.